Good. Hi, my name is Sammady. I am from Cambodia, but currently based in the United States, California. And today I will be representing KMD, Khmer Democracy, Movement for Democracy, and also World Liberty Congress Leadership Council. And I feel like this movement is very crucial for all Cambodians to unite also with NGOs, institutions, in order to bring democracy toward Cambodia. As we can see, Cambodia has become a closed society after the main opposition party, which is Cambodian National Rescue Party, has been dissolved in around 2016-17. And we haven't had any large movement of Cambodian gathered to stand up against the authoritarian government. And right now is the time to organize all of us as diaspora, including international community plus the Cambodian community, to come together like the event today, to organize all of us, to show our voice that all of us are one, united. Thank you.
What power does a diaspora movement have to improve the situation at home? And is there kind of a message you'd have for Cambodians still in the homeland?
So the kind of power that the diaspora have back home is one, we operate as a community, a Khmer community, working with international community and not just a political party in this case. The reason I say that is when we operate as a, for example, the regime see that as a political party, this can brought people inside the country to a stalemate. In this case, the government can use the law in Cambodia that they created to throw those people in jail because they supported an extremist group. That's what the regime in Cambodia label as opposition party as. But as a diaspora, it is a international community that focuses mainly to support human rights in Cambodia. In this case, it is not a political party. We'll only help through humanitarian crisis in this case, like the 10,000 family that has been dislocated around Angkor Wat, and women's rights in Cambodia, Naga World that we talked about, and also youth movement in Cambodia that has been shut down by the regime. We will help all of those people from a diaspora and international community. Thank you.
What can youth-led movements do for the future of democracy in Cambodia?
So what can youth-led movement able to help to escalate the pro-democracy movement in Cambodia is, as you know, in Cambodia, over 70% is youth after Pol Pot Khmer Rouge era, and all of us is younger generation, and it's very crucial for younger generation to see a group that promote democracy and shift their mind toward democracy and not only brainwashed by the authoritarian government in Cambodia, where he promote that, you know, Cambodia compared to 1975 Khmer Rouge, over 2 million of our population has been under the genocide of Khmer Rouge, that compared to now, Cambodia is a lot better. But when we compare to Cambodia, to country around us like Thailand, Vietnam, South Korea, Japan, all of the rich country in Southeast Asia, we are 10 years behind on economic, educations, and all institutions in Cambodia. So the regime trying to make its youth look at the past, while we trying to make the youth focus more on the country around us in the future and the present. So that's what I believe is important.
Perfect. What then are the kind of first steps that the youth movement can do to help establish a democratic Cambodia?
The first step that the youth movement can do to help promote democracy in Cambodia is through youth engagement. In this case, me personally, on November, I went to Thailand to organize a youth pro-democracy movement. Without affiliating with any political party from Thailand. Just a youth movement, organize a workshop to help them, ask them what can we do to promote youth within Thailand, Cambodian youth. As you know, 2 million of Cambodian migrant workers going to Thailand, and those population, 2 million population of Cambodian is focused mainly on youth. I want to help them know what it's like to live in a free country, to express your voice under authoritarian government, even living in Thailand, to not be influenced by the regime in Cambodia. But they see this as a threat to, they label it as an extremist group to overthrow the government, the royal government of Cambodia, which in fact this is not true. And those youths see that the regime afraid of us coming together, able to unite, those 2 million migrant workers able to unite and have a democracy mindset that, hey, authoritarian ruling over the country of Cambodia for over 40 years is not right. We need change in our country. And once those youth have those mindset of change, this is a very dangerous to the regime in Cambodia, because democracy means freedom of speech. Thank you.
What can Western governments do to support a democratic Cambodia?
What Western government do is through, like I said, youth engagement in Thailand and South Korea. I went to both of those countries recently, and the Cambodian youth is very, very motivated to bring upon change, and they want the support of international community to help able to organize workshop, providing fund, able to engage them with all of the programs that they have already existed. They want to be included. And Cambodia, is such a small country when we compare to Ukraine or, Gaza topic. So the international community doesn't really pay a lot of attention to Cambodia. But what we want is the international community to shift their attention toward this small country of Cambodia that has been under the dictatorship over 40 years, to be able to include us in all of their program and, promote our voice against dictatorship, in this case, pro-democracy movement.
Final ones, because I know that you're busy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to answer these, but it's sometimes helpful for us to have clips of background primer.
Mm-hmm.
Could you speak a bit about the history of Cambodia, of the regime, for individuals who are maybe an audience that would be unfamiliar of who it is?
So, as you know, I am part of the younger generation. I was born in 2000, but during my parent era, my grandparent era, the history of Cambodia around 1970s is when communism really spread strongly in Cambodia, and that's when the U.S. went to Vietnam and have, Cold War in Vietnam, and it spread during the time so strong that Cambodia is one of the countries that has played a key role in those communism. In 1975, when Khmer Rouge came into Cambodia, annihilated, you can say genocide, almost half of the population. In this case, 2 to 3 million Cambodian people has been killed. My grandpa is one of those. He is a Cambodian professor. He was taken away from his 10 children the day after, and after Khmer Rouge entering Cambodia. Never came back, left my grandma taking care of 10 of the children, including my dad, during that time. And during that time, Khmer Rouge wanted to create a slave state. In this case, create an agricultural Cambodian slave state where focus mainly on agricultural product, which is in this case rice, mass producing rice. And in order to create a slave state, what they do is to get rid of all institution that has been created in Cambodia. In this case, you can talk about educational institution, economic, laws, and all institutions that have been implemented inside Cambodia. They want to get rid of that. Government worker, all they want is people who only know how to work a blue collar job. Blue collar, right? The job where people do labor in this case. labor-based work and get rid of all people who work in the office. It's seeing me wearing glasses, that means I look educated, I will also get killed too, or practice any foreign medication or using any foreign medication, in this case in Cambodia, seeing as a threat to Khmer Rouge in Cambodia. So all of those people has been killed, and in result to 2 to 3 million population has been annihilated under the genocide of Khmer Rouge.
Final question. Thank you so much for doing this. It's said that there's a lot of mixed feelings on the UN Cambodian tribunals. Do you know much about that, or what has been your own thoughts on it?
The UN regarding Cambodian's topic, what do you mean by
The
that?
UN Cambodian tribunals in, I think, 2003, where they tried
2003.
leaders of Khmer Rouge, and only, I think, 3 people went to prison.
Yes.
And there was a great amnesty that was given to a lot of the leadership. Has the UN done enough? Has justice been served? What's the kind of feelings of?
Oh, I think the trial, I've been seeing that the leader of Pol Pot, I think his name is Pol Pot, I think. I think the trial is just going on for decades, so I don't think the UN have much impacts on it, because most of Khmer Rouge leaders right now has been within the Cambodian government too. Hun Sen is one of them, one of Khmer Rouge. So should I say that? Yeah.
No.
Okay. So when we're talking about how the UN play a role in the trial of Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, I think it is for show, basically. The trial lasted so long. One of the top leaders of Khmer Rouge, I think, they still take him to trial. I think he's already passed away. But by the time I see in TV when I was small, he's already old, and and one of the Khmer Rouge leader or people that participated in Khmer Rouge is also Hun Sen. He came from Khmer Rouge. He's one of the squadron leaders of Khmer Rouge, and able to become in power inside Cambodia as a result of conflicts within Cambodia. But he claimed that he did not have any blood on his hand. One of the leaders who want to bring change toward Cambodia and doesn't agree with the way Khmer Rouge killing Cambodian people. Even though I cannot say that he didn't have any blood on his hand because he's part of Khmer Rouge, I feel like the UN fell in many aspects. For example, the free and fair election that the UN has been implemented, the Paris Peace Accord that has been put upon Cambodia. Yes, we do have free and fair election, but now they did not play any important role within escalating free and fair elections in Cambodia. Hun Sen able to get rid of the election, the main opposition party in Cambodia, and all institutions like Radio Free Asia, democracy institution like NDI, IRI in this case. So I feel like from this example, I don't think the UN play any important role regarding trial of Khmer Rouge. It's more like a show that put on TV to show that the Cambodian people that, hey, this people has been brought to justice on live TV that you can see, as more like an image to give back to the Cambodian people that has been suffered under Khmer Rouge.
Perfect.
Sorry.
I've taken too much of your time. Thank you.
Sorry.